Am I watching? Purim. The drunkest Jewish party on earth. Tommy G. Has to be a joke, bro. How does that guy fucking get there? Like, that guy is everywhere. Fucking Matan, whatever the fuck his name is. Like, sneak in? Oh, hello, everybody! Watch this. I eat nachos.
Tommy G, today we're celebrating the Jewish holiday of Purim, and it's wild. Let's go! Hammond! I'm not circumcised.
All right, get up on the table. Tommy, on the table right now. Well, folks, Purim got crazy. Let's rewind a little bit to catch you up. Like most of my ideas, this started as a DM. A gentleman named Yosef reached out and invited me to celebrate Purim with him in New York. This holiday takes its roots from the book of Esther, where an evil man called Haman, an advisor to the king, conspired to annihilate the Jews from the face of the earth and nearly succeeded. But at the last moment, Queen Esther thwarted the plan of Haman and cleverly advocated for her people to the king. In a twist of fate, instead of the Jews getting wiped out, Mr. Haman himself was impaled on a stake. Jews celebrate Purim to remember their time of near extinction. Now, if you know anything about Orthodox Jews, they're known for their modesty and reluctance to be in the limelight. But for Purim, this is a time for community, for feasting, and to get a little saucy. You might even catch your favorite rabbi drunk in the street. In this video, we will go to some bumping house parties, attend prayers, go dancing at the synagogue, eat, drink, and be merry. And maybe even get a little wasted. Folks, it's an honor to take you on this journey as we head to Crown Heights, a neighborhood in New York, to celebrate Purim with our Jewish friends. Enjoy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're in Crown Heights, a neighborhood in Brooklyn, here to celebrate with Jewish folks the holiday of Purim, a holiday that celebrates surviving and not getting absolutely wiped out because a king's advisor at the time wanted to kill the Jews. Queen Esther stepped in, saved the day. But this is a holiday that you just might see your own rabbi drunk on the street. Let's explore, and we're gonna go meet our contact, Yosef. What can we expect today?
We can expect a lot of Jews dressed up. Like, I don't even know if there's a real cop. Could be. Who knows? We can check out on the street. We're going to make the walk, and we'll see people partying.
Happy Purim!
How you guys feeling? You guys look like you're about to go rob a bank right now.
We just did. We just came back.
What does this day mean to you?
Today is the day that the Jews were victorious. God saved us in a very hard time. God is always watching us and holding our hands. Happy
Yeah! Did you hear me, bro? Come with me. Come, bro.
Where are you guys from?
Milwaukee. Let's go. Wisconsin? Yes. That's quite the scroll you got.
Oh yeah, this is the way we do it.
Why do you think Haman wanted to destroy the Jews?
Well, Mordecai, he said these people are devoted to something holy, God. The Megillah tells us he didn't want to bow to him, right? Everybody would like give full respect to Haman. Mordecai was like, I'm sorry, full respect I give to God. I can't give you full respect. Which he realized it's not about Mordecai, it's about a Jew. Jews are devoted to one thing, God. Either way, we're going to start. Let's go. Amen. Amen.
Was he speed reading in Arabic?
Speed reading Hebrew, actually.
And that was going from and that was going from right to left, which is interesting.
Yeah, so once you start, usually you just want to go straight through. Pretty much, they're reading the whole story. Everybody's supposed to listen to it twice, that story. So once at night, which was last night, and then once today, which was supposed to be this morning, but some people didn't get around to it this morning, so they read it throughout the day.
So that guy was tardy on his readings, and that's why he was doing it?
There was maybe a guy there who didn't hear it, so they have to read it for him, because that's the law. The law is everyone has to hear it twice, so.
Look at this guy on this side of the
Yeah, so this is the Rebbe. In this sect of Judaism, they look up to that specific rabbi.
What sect
highly.
Is this
So this is Chabad.
Yo, Nelk, Brooklyn, bro. Yo, what's up? Where you boys from?
We're from Milwaukee.
No way!
Yeah.
Brewers, no. Mets fans
Yes.
there. We're Mets fans there.
What's in here?
Come, have a look. Have one. If you fit the whole thing in your mouth, it's free. One bite. Hey! Oh, that's good, no? One bite, everyone knows the rules. One bite.
9.5. I feel like people shit on Jewish food, but it's f***ing
That's
good.
good, yeah.
It's so good.
Hey, you guys looking for somewhere to go? Yeah. Go to this corner, make a right. Yeah. Halfway through the block, left-hand side, my family's there. There'll be people on the porch, just hit it.
Hey, how's it going? Sean Cannell here from Think Media. If you want to get an unfair advantage in a very competitive...
Are we gonna be
We're vlogging right now.
Hey, who is this guy?
Within Judaism, there's like religious Judaism, ultra-Orthodox. So within that, there's Chabad, and we're Chabad, and he's our spiritual leader.
What are all these scrolls and stuff on the wall?
Open up. Rosh Hashanah. This is the high holidays of the Jewish. 1, 2, 3. You smell that? Are you ready for the real food?
Sure.
The schnitzels.
Hey, what's in schnitzel? Is that schnitzel is
fried
breaded?
chicken. Are you ready for the real stuff?
Daddy's going home! That's a ribeye?
That's a ribeye.
That's my death row meal is a ribeye. Do you guys have grass in your backyard?
Yeah, dude.
Because one thing I've learned about New York, no one has a backyard.
Yeah,
There's kind of like an underdog mentality, like us against the world in the Jewish community. Would you say that's accurate?
We do believe that we are the chosen people because we are God's children.
What happens to people like me?
What happens to people like you? Nothing. We're all living in the same
Do you
world.
think
We're
I'm
equal.
going to hell?
We're all going to hell in a certain sense.
I think if we do good, then we're going to heaven.
We're all going to heaven. Hell is more just like it's a cleansing process before you get to heaven.
There's also the concept of the 7 Noahide laws that applies to all people in the world.
There's 7 laws.
Give me the quick 7 and I'll see if I'm...
I don't know all of them, but thou shalt not kill, respect your parents, your father and your mother, worship, idolatry.
Are these the 10 Commandments?
No. These are 7.
Kind of.
Yes! Today seems like a mixture of Halloween and also, heck yeah, we're alive. Is that kind of the right interpretation?
Not at all.
Okay, I see a farmer, I see a leprechaun. Explain what's going on right now.
We had a miracle. They were going to kill us, so we eat. That's it. You want mustard?
Hey, get that schnitzel, boy. Get that schnitzel.
One bite. So throughout the holiday, you'll see that everyone's going around to different families and giving them different gifts.
Loading them up with
Gifts. It's 2 blessings. So like here you have a bottle of wine and you have chocolate. Wait. We gotta give you guys. That's another commandment on this holiday is to give out charity to families in need.
Anyone who asks, you're supposed to say yes.
So front of every home is they have a charity box, right? So you build the charity box, which leads to this. You see this? And
Who do you give that to? People on the street?
people in the community that need whatever it is, meals.
So my buddy said he's at a good party down there, so we're gonna head over there.
How you doing?
What's good, dog?
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
What are we up to next?
Doing our thing, bro. We're trapping on the streets right now.
Yeah.
You're safe out here, bro. You're safe out here. You don't have to look for passing cars, you know?
How you doing?
I'm coming.
Happy Purim.
What's going through your head right now on this holiday?
Happiness is king, bro.
And whose house is this?
This is my parents' house. My lovely mother right over here. Some cheers. You're spreading the light to the world.
Can I say hi?
L'chaim. With the ch.
Get the ch.
L'chaim.
When you want to spit on the floor, you're going. It's an H with cream cheese stuck in your throat. What are you really passionate about?
About exploring places I've never been before.
Oh, you're in the right place.
Stick around.
I love reading, I love wrestling, and I love jiu-jitsu.
Tommy, you know what L'chaim means? I can't do life alone, but I always got to have someone else to say cheers to. I always have to have someone else to say, you go, brother. L'chaim!
In this world, there's a lot of people that say they don't have any friends. It's a very lonely world, but here I see a very strong and thriving community.
It's the only thing we have in common is our souls. Everything else makes us different from one another, and our core essence of who we are is what we share with everybody else.
Do a lot of Jewish families have all these books in their house?
Oh, we're the people of the book!
Okay, be honest. Have you read every single one of these books?
Of course not.
God, it's a journey, baby.
The owner of this house, Yossi, he probably read almost every single book. Almost
went through it.
To be a rabbi is an academic achievement, but then there's also a social responsibility to be a rabbi. If you're going to practice as an ordained rabbi, there are different levels. There are rabbis that become an academic rabbi where they've gone through the courses to be proficient in areas of Jewish law, and then there are rabbis that take on the responsibility of running a community and answering intricate questions of Jewish law and so on and so forth.
How important is having a beard to being a Jew?
The beard in Hasidic life carries a mystical dimension. There's a certain connotation of the flow of kindness that is represented in the beard.
Are you optimistic that the world will be peaceful in the years to come?
I'm not optimistic that the world will be peaceful in the years to come. I know that the world will be peaceful in the years to come.
What advice do you have for the people out there?
Add in acts of goodness and kindness. If you light a candle in a dark room, the whole room becomes light.
Amen to that.
What the?
If your business kept on employees through the pandemic, Innovation Refunds can see if it may qualify for a payroll tax.
Tommy G, how are you? Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? What are those tassels for?
These remind us of all the 613 commandments.
That's a lot of commandments to
A
remember.
lot of commandments. Just by looking at them,
it keeps you conscious of it.
Exactly. In Hebrew, this is called tzitzit. It's a little complicated. This is the hat that Haman made, that Haman used to wear.
He wore a hat that looked like this?
Like a triangle. It was
what
like
a douchebag.
No, it's like a pirate's hat.
Taha, Haman, you suck.
Exactly. Are you Jewish, by the way?
No, I'm not.
Oh, shame. We still love you. We still love you.
Now that I hear all this chosen people talk, I do feel like I'm left out, though.
No.
Do I just go to hell or what?
No.
Can I make a confession right now?
Sure.
My snake still has its hat.
You're not circumcised.
I'm not circumcised.
All right, get up on the table. Tommy, on the table right now.
Am I still allowed in this house?
Yes, everyone is welcome.
Thank you for having me.
But one deal you didn't finish. You didn't finish the cup. Make it smaller. It's look better, smaller.
This is one of the most inviting places I've ever been in my life. My belly's getting full, but I could eat more. I feel great. I love the feeling in the air. I love the people. I love the moment. It's a good day, isn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Come on.
Is this your house?
My family, yes.
And what's going on in the kitchen right now? Is someone still cooking?
Yes.
What's in here? Is this the chicken soup? Ooh. And who is this on the wall? Is that you?
This is the Rebbe, Rebbe.
But this is when he's younger.
That's in the 50s, correct.
Is it normal for a Jewish family to be a big family? But I know in the Bible it says be fruitful and multiply.
Correct.
Is it similar with Jewish people?
We're trying.
Yeah?
Yes. Remember, we need 3 partners.
Yeah.
And the third one is the most important.
God.
Exactly.
How many kids would you say the average Jewish family has?
I know families of over 10, 12, 13, 14.
How many kids did you have?
We are blessed with the baseball team, 9 kids.
9 kids. I want to be a dad sometime soon.
Okay.
What advice do you have to me?
One at a time. Just it's hard work, a lot of praying, and doing the best we can. To give you a little history, let's go back 100 years before my father was born. We were in Russia, pogroms. The conditions physically were horrific. Prosecution by the Tsarists and by the Bolsheviks, and threatened just for being Jewish.
Just for being alive.
Just for being alive. And then came World War II, the decimation of the Jewish people.
How old are you?
I am 65.
So your parents grew up in the era of Hitler.
Correct.
Was it shocking to them that something like that could happen?
Of course, it's shocking to me too.
Yeah. What inspiration or advice do you have to people that might be watching?
They should always try to do good, because at the end of the day, we are living in America. America is a country of goodness and kindness. And we shouldn't get distracted by all the darkness, by all the evil that's around us. So,
my belly is full. I'm feeling wonderful. But we're still going tonight. We're still going. No contact with a woman is you can't hug them, can't shake their hand, and that's to keep you pure.
Yeah.
Because bad things can happen.
Yeah.
We don't unlock a
So
woman.
is teenage pregnancy very low in this community?
It's literally almost impossible. It happens to be some women do get married young here, which is a big thing. So sometimes it'll be like 19.
How do you actually meet a girl?
It's set up. There's a matchmaker, and they put you together. They think, oh, it'd be a good idea, and then you go and then you date them for, let's say, I don't know, 3 months or something. Yeah, people have resumes. People legit have resumes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
welcome. We're here in 770 Chabad World Headquarters. We're really excited.
I'm waiting for BLP Kosher to walk in.
We're going to give you a very brief overview. We're now going to ascend up these stairs. These are the very stairs that the Chabad Rebbe, the Rebbe of Lubavitch, Rabbi Nachman Mendel Schneerson, he used these very steps, which is...
This is the world headquarters.
So this is the nucleus, everything that we're familiar with, the activities of Chabad, you know, reaching out to the entire world, the entire globe.
How old is this place?
Around 1939 and 1940, when the previous Rebbe, there was discussion about actually moving in here and calling this place home for the Chabad movement.
So this rabbi is kind of the Moses of today.
That's 100%. Over here, this is a place which is literally saturated in holiness and kedusha. It is the room where, firstly, the previous Rebbe used to hold some of the Fabrains over here. And this is the place, in 1950, on the 10th day of Shvat, the Lubavitcher Rebbe assumes the mantle of leadership in this little room.
He came here to assume the leadership.
That's right.
Now, I've heard the rabbi mentioned a lot, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to say the name of this poet because he's not a good person to bring up in this community, but there's someone that said the line, no one man should have all that power. Do you think, you put a lot of power in one man with this, right?
That's right.
What do you think of that?
In Scripture, we speak about often the different types, models for leadership, different paradigms, what a leader is, really. And spirituality, you can speak often about Yad Chazaka, which means a strong hand. You could be a leader, a tyrant, so to speak. That's not a positive thing. We're speaking about Yad Rama, to lead a people in an upraised hand. And that means, you know, famously they used to say, Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs used to say that, you know, great leaders, they have lots of followers. Over here it was different. This is a leader that created leaders. That's something just, you know, phenomenal. Just to think about that, the depth, it's a very powerful concept.
I see that he's giving business advice right here and talking about money.
That's right.
Was he a wealthy man?
The Rebbe was the wealthiest person in the world spiritually and materially and everything, you name it. We're not speaking.
Was he a billionaire?
We're not speaking here about material wealth in the sense of you know, how many zeros you got in your bank account. We're speaking about a person whose entire life is devoted 100% to the Almighty. That means every single second of the day, there's not one thought that crosses the Rebbe's mind. Maybe I need to do this. Should I do this? Should I do that? That it didn't exist. You're speaking about a person whose life is Hashem, whose life is God.
Did he have a wife?
Of course. 100%.
Do you think sometimes you thought about her instead of God?
So again, what we have to emphasize is when you're dealing with such a level of spirituality and sanctity, every single thing in the mundane, in this physical reality, is an expression of his connection to God. There was nothing, no thought ever came across. Everything was God.
Do you feel like you're putting this rabbi on the same pedestal that Christians would put Jesus?
Oh, well, that we're going to save for another time. I don't.
You're talking about him like he can't fail, like he's like...
We're going to leave that maybe for another discussion.
The answer is no. If you want to leave the explanation for another time.
Yeah. So he's going to take you out now. Okay. Thank you guys. It was a pleasure. Hopefully I was able to help. Thank you. God bless.
No.
Did I ask too many questions?
No, you're good.
Like how you were just like scooted out of there when I started asking too many questions.
Yeah, the great rabbis of Jews, they're selfless. They're all about God. It comes to the future, when let's say there's another world. There is another world, and that's what they believe in. And I believe that in the afterlife, right? So we live. This is just a passageway to get there.
So we're next in our adventure, fellas. Now the last part of the night, a legendary Jewish singer is about to perform.
Avram Free, bro.
If you haven't heard of Avram Free, look him up, you son of.
This was a BLP Kosher.
Only bangers, bro.
So the guy on the microphone is like the most famous Jewish singer.
BLP Kosher?
Shortly after arriving, we were instructed to no longer film because this was a very exclusive gathering with one of the most famous Jewish singers of all time there. So we respected their wishes and enjoyed the music with the camera off. All right, folks, what a wonderful night. Community, experience, love, food, celebration. Man, we had a great time here. Any final thoughts?
If you have an interesting story, an interesting community, if you have some people or some things that you
Anybody else gonna say it? Anybody else gonna say it? Waiting for BLP kosher to pop up the whole time. A banger though. All right.